Hello, welcome back everybody. This is episode 14 of Arc 3 of Better Than Heroes. I'm Rachel Weeks and I play Klik, the now official level 9 Kreen fighter. We're gonna have Kreen.
Congratulations.
In D&D.
That's right.
Having someone recognize you for the thing that you did for the last year and a half.
Oh.
Yeah, we did it.
Seen. I feel seen.
I love it. I'm Ovredahl. I played the level 9 human bard warlock flute, aka the Windrider.
My name is Jordan Dahl. I play the Moonboy, a level 9 Moonboy. Still no official moonfolk, moonkin, unearthed arcana yet. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I'm Aharon Mordecai Urist, and I play K.A.I Hammerstein, the Artificer.
And I'm Harlan Kelly. I am the dungeon master of this game, and I play everybody else.
Before we jump into today's epic battle, we have a couple of announcements. There is a new mug and a pair of stickers available on our merch site. Harlan got crafty this weekend and put together some stickers that they would like to buy.
Oh no!
Oh, we
No,
lost
I
you.
just lost Rachel. Oh no!
Oh no!
There's stickers.
Anyway, there's cool stickers. There's merch,
And
stickers,
mug.
Yeah.
and a mug.
Like she was saying, I truly was like, I just want art of this. I had my water bottle, my Nalgene that has been shouted out on this chat many times, taken from me at the airport one week. And,
Oh no!
Look at that. So yeah, I just wanted cool stickers. So I got some, I put some 2 monster stickers up there on the Teespring store so I can buy them myself. But I also put together a mug. So if you want a little coffee mug, it's up on the store. Are you back, Rachel? Do we have you?
I'm back. Sorry
Yay!
about that. My clean feed crapped out for a moment. In just a few moments, we're going to play some 5e Spelljammer inspired Dungeons and Dragons. But first, our show is live soundtracked by the wonderful Jason Wardell, who will soundtrack our doom. It is live directed by Case Drury of Tiger Moon Productions. It is brought to you by our patrons and subscribers. So if you love the show and you want to continue to see us to improve and grow, please consider supporting the show financially, either by becoming a subscriber or by supporting us on Patreon. We have a ton of monthly perks, including a live game every month that is in the Better Than Heroes universe. So definitely check out our Patreon site. But now we're going to go get into our ongoing battle after last week's recap.
Nice. I wasn't sure where you were going with ongoing battle. Our ongoing battle with depression.
With
Previously,
alcoholism.
Previously on Better Than Heroes. On the morning of battle, the crew finished preparations to lead the Kreen rebels in an attack on the city of Jadurian. K.A.I handed out necklaces with poetry on them and took the majority of the Kreen forces aboard the Nautiloid to attack the city directly with the aid of the dragon Slow Death. Klik, Flute, and Moonboy boarded the Dinger with a handful of Kreen shock troops, planning to drop from the air onto the temple where the Kreen Council of Elders had barricaded themselves. As Slow Death and the Nautiloid sped towards the city, they faced the brunt of the pressure from the walled city's defenses, which were more dangerous than expected. Both the dragon and the ship took severe damage, but it was too late to turn back. The Dinger used her camouflage to approach on high, but was eventually spotted. 2 ships rose from Jadurian. The first, a Meridian tracked vessel, entangled the Nautiloid with ropes. The second, a strange crustacean ship, raced toward the Dinger and deployed a psychic weapon, which knocked Goliathan unconscious, severing his connection to the helm. As the Dinger began to plummet, Flute teleported Klik to the helm chamber, where she was forced to attune to the helm herself and take over flying. With the assault past the point of no return, things are not going as planned. Can the crew recover? Is victory still within their grasp? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
defeat the Kreen Council in state.
Some sort of.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure we're back. Those were all good plans that you made in seconds, so I'm impressed. Okay, so we find our party split in two places right now. There is a Nautiloid being piloted by K.A.I. That is full of Kreen and has a Elven Meridian track ship soaring to it. Has taken shots at it to try and get attachments to it. One has been successful, and this big Mothwing ship that is right next to yours. But we find the other half of the party in the Dinger high above the city. The dragon, Slow Death, that is your ally here and has taken lots of hits, kind of absorbed a lot of the attacks that you've taken approaching the city. Bleeding heavily, but still fighting. You two are over there, the Nautiloid and the dragon together, but high up above, to the point where you all are a little bit behind because you've pulled yourself up and out of the range of a lot of the wall weapons, is the Dinger, which one of the Kreen on the Nautiloid points out for a second, like, oh, it's dipping! And you see the Dinger just like dip, start to fall, nosedive for a second, but it, no pun intended, clicks right back up at the level that it is as you have been bamfed down by the Windrider's magic into the helm room. You've seen Goliath laying on the ground, and you, making a very important wisdom saving throw, are now piloting the Dinger, the ship that you have been on for a year and a half of this campaign. And you are at the helm, Klik. So we're going to pick it up right where we were here, continuing to be an initiative, in this kind of loose initiative that is your ships approaching here. And I'm going to start off with the Nautiloid. You are at the top of the initiative order here. The dragon's going to go right after you. It's technically her turn first, but I want you to act first, so it's not just me talking. So as this elven ship is pressed right up against you, it's within 30 feet, hull to hull. I'd love to know what you do, K.A.I.
How many? So they shot ropes at us from the front while they were approaching us, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how many of them are stuck to the Nautiloid?
One.
Just one. I want
Wait,
to try
two.
and...
I'm sorry, two. Two.
Okay, two. Well, if I can, I want to try and knock them off using the Nautiloid tentacles.
All right, you have 4 attacks with the Nautiloid tentacles that you know because you specifically used a roll last session to delve deeper into the abilities of the Nautiloid. So you can use 2 of those attacks if you'd like to
Can I use
deattach
4?
these. Yeah, do you want to see how the first 2... I mean, you can use the other 2 for other things, but you want to see how the first 2 go first?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
All right.
so I sent you the stat block for the Nautiloid.
I'm looking at it.
You have separate attacks for... Andrew, I thought you were smoking a cigarette with that pin in your mouth. It was so funny.
He's really
I'm
stressed.
stressed out and I picked it up again. No judgments, okay?
So you absolutely can use those 2 attacks and add the Nautiloid's modifier to it as
right.
you tentacle attack against these ropes.
First one, terrible, is a 15.
That still hits.
Okay. And should I roll damage for it first?
Please. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I need a new type of dice. $21 points of damage.
All right, cool. That doesn't quite sever this, as it seems to be very thick. But you can use another attack on that first one if you want to.
I would like to. Second attack is going to hit as well.
All right, Cool. Give me that damage. As you all see this. Well, I guess you don't see it specifically, but if you all of the Kreen see these huge tentacles at the front of the ship that are just kind of like floating there, rear up as these ropes shoot off of the elven ship next to it and attach themselves, and the tentacles rear up, and one of them just smashes down into it, and you can see it nearly severing it, holding it by a thread, and the other one comes in. And how much damage does it do?
That one's going to be 24 points of damage.
Plenty of damage here to just sever that first rope. And there's a whole team of Kreen on the ship who just cheer as they see the Nautiloid smash through this. And you can see on the deck of the elven ship that's right next to it, a bunch of elves with swords up next against this rope, seeming to ready themselves to board your ship.
Right.
So you have 2 more tentacle attacks if you want to use them against this
I
second
would like
rope. You
to.
absolutely can.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Go for it.
Natural 20, baby! Tentacle crit!
We take a week off and Aaron's still the same.
He's full of 20s.
You should have seen him playing Duster.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
Hey, he was sick. He
never
literally
rolled
dropped
like
a
that.
bomb on my life.
Multiple times. I dropped the bomb so many times and then couldn't roll to pick it up again. Oh boy,
Oops,
it was so bad.
Butterfingers.
I see you saved the magic chest for me. That
Butterfingers.
means a lot.
I did.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
So you can roll double that damage die on, and if you want to tell the chat how much damage a Nautiloid tentacle does, there's not a stat block for the Nautiloid out there, but we have
It
made
does
one, so
3d6 plus 10.
No, baby. Smash
So,
it. So 66
yeah, you can roll
plus
66. Yeah.
yes. So, sorry, I was counting.
Wait, 60-10, not 66, right? Yeah.
Oh, is it 60-10?
60-10. Yeah, it's 3
Oh,
d10.
okay.
Yeah.
It's mislabeled here.
It's my fault.
Okay, let me re-roll.
I mean, is this rope gonna survive a possible 60 plus points of
Let him have his
One,
moment, Andrew.
One.
Yeah.
41 points of damage.
Whoa!
Right, let's
That's
go.
not even
Almost
dammers. That's damn hammers.
Rope damage.
Van damage.
And dammers.
Cool. Yeah. This rope severs
I
with
liked
such
it.
beauty and skill. It's just hot knife through butter. And
I have one
yeah,
more.
so that now the elven ship is no longer attached to the Nautiloid at all. You can see this like line of elves that are ready to board your ship, and there's just as both of these get cut by the tentacles, and you still have 1 tentacle attack.
I'm going to use it to smash elf.
Cool. Are you smashing the people on board specifically, or you want to attack the ship itself?
I think I'm going to attack the people on board since they're right there.
Yeah, go for the jugular, baby.
All right. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Oh, absolutely. Smash it down upon them.
And 20 points of damage.
Okay, cool. If you would like to, you can grapple this. Actually, I'm sorry, because you hit and because you did this damage, this elf is grappled. It is not dead, but as the tentacle smashes down and just kind of like clears a line, and a bunch of elves jump out of the way, it does wrap one up in particular, and it has it just kind of like squirming there. You see like blood dripping from its nose, and it's just like, it's like trying to smash the tentacle itself.
Make an example of him, Aaron.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I probably can't do anything with him right now. Or can I?
You can't just like relax.
You know what?
I'm going to throw him at the cockpit.
Yeah, but act like you're yawning.
You can't, I will say, you
Oh,
can't
yeah, I
this
can't do that
turn,
this turn.
but you absolutely can drop him later if you want to.
Okay.
Cool.
That's kind of
And
fucked up. And I'm going to move as fast as the Nautiloid can go towards the walls, away from the ship, trying not to get boarded, trying not to get tied down.
awesome. So just because we're kind of skipping a little bit of math here, the we've had every ship taking their action to double their distance here, so you have used your action to use tentacle attacks here, but you still can move toward the ship, move toward the city with your regular movement. So you're about 60 feet more toward it. Great Nautiloid turn. It is now the Green Dragon's turn.
Music is so good.
Yeah, Jason Wardell, everybody. Just a reminder that Jason Wardell is live soundtracking our show every single Monday. It's amazing. Just making this stuff up. I sent him one note that just said Chaos War. So this is that's it right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see the Green Dragon. Slow death, incredibly wounded, just like dripping blood like a rain cloud as she is moving in and around this ship, and she is going to sprint toward the closest wall that she can, and that is going to bring her within range to not quite. She has to do one more turn to do that. So instead of doing that, she's going to stay closer to the ship, and she's going to turn and use her breath weapon on the ship itself. That is the elven ship that is close to the Nautiloid.
Very cool.
Which rocks, I will
Very
say.
cool.
So we're going to have Ted here roll saving throws for the large amount of people on the ship, and is kind of going to stat that out.
I saved that guy.
Yeah.
I wasn't condemning him to a cruel death,
See?
being
After
flung.
all.
As the but you see the dragon, this like very wounded slow death, this huge dragon who's promised you victory for allyship here, swing herself around the ship and just toward the ship, and you can't see it for a second because out from her nose just billows this huge cloud of green gas, and you hear screams and yells from all like these elves on board, and you can just see the pieces of the very wingtips sticking out from this cloud, and if a little bit of it clears, you see, I mean, is it fair to say half, Ted? Is it fair to say half? Oh, yeah, you see 2 of 15 elves that are on deck. 2 of them are still like up and moving, and they're coughing and trying to move out and below deck to get out of this poisonous gas cloud, as this ship is just fully encompassed in this, and seem to move away from you all at this point as well, because there is no one left to board you all really on that ship. So that one starts to move away
Very cool.
from the fight here, and Slow Death uses the rest of her movement to just start moving toward the wall as well and catch up with the Nautiloids, like flying behind it and like kind of like looking over at the eye that is built onto the side of the Nautiloid. There's really a window, but like K.A.I, you can see out of it, and she just kind of like nods at it as she is, even though she is dripping blood, she is with you in this. And that is going to bring up the dinger here. So we're going to cut over to Klik. Is we cut over to the ship that is y'all's main home base, flying above everything, and you are at the helm here. So what would you like to do?
We're still quite far from the walls of the town, right?
Yeah,
But we're super high.
Yeah, because of your you're using your movement to get out of range. We are currently in the 4th round, so you are 3 rounds away from being above the walls.
Okay, well, I think we're still gonna sprint toward the Kreen chapel, cathedral. What is it?
Temple. Yeah.
Temple.
Close.
There
Yeah,
we go.
Cavern, cave.
Cavern. The building. So I'll dash toward that.
Give us just because your action is so simple and fluid here, like what this is Klik's moment. This is her first spell chaining moment as
She's like,
she's had a moment.
go.
Yeah. And
This
you
is when
feel it,
you
too.
tap the gas and it surges a little too fast.
Yeah, because even though you had a moment before where you attuned to Spelljammer Helm and you felt it a little bit, you have not fully piloted a ship. And so when you do this, it feels similar to you as moving a rock across the table with your psionic energy, but you feel the whole world move around you as you just like can see from all viewpoints of the ship. It's like you're seeing yourself from above yourself and yourself as the ship, and it just surges forward with this battle below you. You can see the Nautiloid looks kind of small, and the dragon looks kind of small to you as you are above them. And that is going to then bring up the Meridian Track ship, which is going to use its action to dash away from you and try and get its not be destroyed and get itself back down to the landing pad here. And it is now.
The crawdad ship flew off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
Meridian Track
track
ship. Yeah. So, not the one that is high up that seemed to have dislocated the Spelljammer from the ship itself that is up next to the Dinger, but the one that tried to board the Nautiloid
Oh,
got
that one flew
so
away.
wrecked by the
Okay.
dragon that it doesn't have it.
Pursued.
Yeah. It seemed like the purpose of that ship was to board another ship, and without a crew, it just is useless. So, it is
I
now
feel really
the
bad for it.
good.
We lost Rachel again.
No, I'm here.
So, Moonboy and actually Moonboy specifically, because Flute is down in the captain's chambers as he bamfed Klik down there. Klik is down there. Moonboy, you see this kind of crustacean-like ship, this crawdad-shaped ship that sent this blast of magical energy kind of just float along next to you, and seems to not react at all except to move itself alongside you. As your ship surges forward, it surges forward as well, but doesn't do anything.
When I am spelljamming, can I use a reaction?
Depends on what it is.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out if we get there.
Okay, cool. The main thing is you can't spellcast.
Sure.
And then... okay, cool. So the ship is moving alongside of you, which brings us back to the top of the initiative order, which brings us to the wall weapons, which you see all have re-pivot, and they're kind of ignoring the ship above them as they feel like that is handled in this moment, and they're shooting all of their weapons at either Slow Death or your ship itself. You see the main ballista that did the magical damage to Slow Death is reloading and does not fire in this round, but the other 6 blade launchers shoot, and 2 of them connect with Slow Death, doing 16 damage to her, and again just like smash into her side as you just like these big blades carve against her and fall to the ground. And it is truly notable how much she is dripping blood, even in her large form that is quite formidable and has been scary to you before. She looks a bit weakened here, as she has taken most of the damage in this battle. And that is going to bring up her again. And she is now in range to sweep down. You just see her form, after getting hit by these weapons, fly forward, and she lands on the wall itself. She has done nothing but move forward here, and is going to... You just, like, her huge presence smashes on the wall, and you can, with the physical ripple that happens as the wall shakes a little bit, you can see all of the gunners on all of the weapons kind of like turn and look at her as she is casting her frightful presence. It's not a spell, but she's still putting it out on all of them. And I am gonna roll for this one. I am gonna roll to see if her. Nope, my dice is over here. Hold on.
Oops, dice are in the freezer.
Did Moonboy and I get? Did we get skipped?
You did, but I'll do it right here, right now, after, because I have it in chunks of ship, and so I should have had you go on the Dinger's turn, but I did not.
It'd be funny if
Her
you were
breath
shit.
weapon.
You did.
Her-
Moving on.
Yeah. Her breath weapon does recharge. So Ted, I'll let you. We've already talked about what her strategy is against the wall here, as she's going to attack a bunch of weapons. Let me know the results in a second. But first, we're gonna jump
her
over to
strategy?
Moonboy and Flute.
Attacking a bunch of weapons.
Yeah.
Good strategy.
Yeah. So absolutely. We should cut back over to you all. I'm sorry that I skipped you. But you all are acting on the Dinger's turn.
No worries. Just checking.
Is there anything you all would like to do?
Yeah. Which one of us goes first?
Either one, as you all are kind of acting in a block.
I guess I'll get on the Rocky Talkie. I gave Gurlythan, just to remind myself and the viewers, Gurlythan, I cast Healing Word on him, but he seems out of it. You said that he doesn't seem like he'd be able to spell gem for an hour, correct?
Yes. At this point, the attunement rules apply to him. It does not. You do not need to attune. You do not need to take an hour to attune to a spelljamming helm in our game. But with the effect that has gone upon him, he needs an hour to be able to spell jam again. So he is conscious, he's awake, but he is not able to
So I don't
spell
think
jam.
there's any Moonboy magic that's going to yank him out of it.
We're dealing with homebrew rules, so if you cast a Greater Restoration, I'll probably flip a coin to see if it works or not.
I mean,
It feels bad.
I mean, it's a chance, though.
Well, I'll get on the Rocky Talkie then if I don't know, and I'll be like,
Moonboy, Goliath's down. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't think he can fly the ship. If you want to come down and take a look.
Yeah, I'll be right down.
And Moonboy is gonna use. I imagine it'll take his entire dash to go down, and he's cries out to Malzor on the way down. He's like,
Malzor, the good shit.
and Malzor.
You say that, and he like kicks open a door and is right next to you with an arm full of potted plants and one of the unconscious dwarves, and he's like, I've got him all the good shit.
It's fine. Bring it all. Forget it.
does Klik still have the Bardic Inspiration that I gave her?
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Okay,
I have not spent it.
I was gonna run upstairs. I'll pass Moonboy on the stairs then, and
Where
get
are you
up
going?
as far as I
Alright.
can up to on the deck.
Yeah, we haven't officially established the exact amount of distance. I actually have it on a map somewhere, but I'm not going to pull it up right now. So I will say that I'll just give you your action to run up and down. That's not true and not accurate, but I'm being nice.
So it's like a dash.
So,
So all the
Feels
way up.
right.
Okay.
yeah.
And
Spell jamming helm to top is 60 feet.
I like that.
I guess that's it. Is Goat up here with me?
Yeah, she is next to the ballista launcher. She is helping Relic reload.
Cool. That's my turn then.
Okay, cool. All right, Moonboy, and Moonboy, you're down there in the cabin now, and you see Goliath.
Yeah.
And, cool. We're gonna be right back to you real quick because I'm putting you on the.
Yeah, I don't.
so-
I can't. I don't think I can cast it quite yet. But I think Moonboy is, rifling through the plants that Malzor brought from their special kind of healing herb, their healing herb workshop, to get the
Sure,
correct
yeah.
ones to cast.
Yeah.
Sure, we've
to
all
cast
driven
the
by it.
spells.
We all have seen it.
We all see it out there on Highway 70.
I love how Malzor is becoming more and more of a head shop. Even though it's, yeah.
Truly.
So okay, cool. That's gonna bring up the Nautiloid then.
Not Lloyd. I'm going to. So, Slow Death already attacked all the launchers.
In fact, yeah, just to do the quick cinematic of this, she landed on the wall, casted this fright, which you see a few of the Kreen just like run down the wallways, and
Okay.
with she smashes her tail against the closest one, which just breaks apart into a bunch of pieces. With that, she walks forward along the wall a little bit and then steps back up and she's using her legendary action here to use her wing attack and get her back up in the air and destroys more of them. I'm doing this a little bit out of order, but she like flies over and just bites one of them, tears it in half, and her breath weapon recharges, and she just looks at anything else on the wall and just so along it. And you can see that there are only 2 blade launchers left. The big crossbow that I'm sorry, yeah, DM Ted corrected, Secret DM Ted corrected me in your favor this time. There's only 2 people left at this moment, as and they are both retreating as it's them versus a dragon. So you just see all of the weapon walls in Slow Death's one turn have been disassembled in one way or the other.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about the one that was shooting magical anti-dragon ammunition.
Specifically because Slow Death went for that one first.
Yeah,
so
right.
I
was gonna throw that elf at it.
You can still do
What else can you throw the elf at?
I know. I'm gonna get closer to see what else I can throw the elf at. It was 60 feet to the walls for Slow Death, or I guess I don't know that. I'm gonna move towards our destination as much as I can.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can get to it. If you don't use your action, you can get to it in this round. You can get to the wall itself.
I'm going to do that. I'm also going to use my bonus action to delve deeper into the Nautiloid's capabilities.
All right, I gave Aaron a stat block for the Nautiloid this week.
I don't want to ask to use the other shit on this without doing that first. Or is that not on here?
Well,
can people be shooting these ballistas that we have?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everything that is on there, you can do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I can delve deeper to find out more stuff.
Yeah. You can delve deeper to find out more stuff. So yeah, you have these weapons, which you know that were on the ship that were used against you before, that you can have the Kreen use. Absolutely.
Right.
And then on top of that, you can feel just like this lingering tingle in the back of your brain that this ship is made by mind flayers and can do more things if you wanted to. But,
okay. Well, before I do that, once we get to the Meridian Tract, like headquarters, what do I see on the ground? Like what kind of targets am I looking at?
Oh, okay. I mean, so in order to crest the walls of the city center of Jadorian, you need to use your whole action to get across there. So
I am doing that.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. You can still use the crossbows, and we'll have them
right. And I can still delve deeper, but I'm still just.
You can't delve deeper because that's an action because you're using.
It
your
says
action
it's a bonus
to dash to get to the
action.
wall. Oh, that's right. I made it myself and I fucked it up. Look at that.
It's okay. I do it all the time.
Absolutely. So great. So you crest the wall here, and you see what is obviously the factory because of the way you approached, because of the choices you made in earlier sessions. By the way you're approaching, the first thing that you see is, Slow Death just like massacring the walls along the inner city line. But when the Nautiloid breaches the wall, you can see smoke billowing from this tent that is a very permanent structure that's been set up here on the southeast corner that you reckon, it's very arcane smoke as well. You can see these like blue sparks in and throughout of it, where you know that these creatures that have been discussed to you before are being created here. And you can see Kreen and Elf alike just scurrying through all different places. You see people running toward the ships that are in the city center. It seems like the town square has been utilized as a dock for a lot of the ships here. There's 2 or 3 that you can see more of these crawdad ships. There's 5 or 6 more of these Meridian Track ships, and all throughout the city there seems to be these buildings that are stocks. They have a single center, this long line, and growing out from it like a leaf you can see Kreen like hanging out the windows looking at what's happening, and it seems like these are the civilian residencies scattered throughout all of this. You can see the temple at the far northwestern corner, and right in the middle is the city center where all the ships are. So that's the layout here.
Got it.
If there's any specific details too that you want to kind of like look for or latch on to, you absolutely can, but that's just the...
I guess we're trying to get to the sort of central headquarters, right?
Right now, the plan that I have been communicated with, what I'm operating off of the players, is that the Dinger is trying to get above the temple so that they can SEAL Team 6 people down.
Yeah.
And the
Dragon is going for the
to...
factory, and the Nautiloid's going for the building with the ships in the center.
Yeah, it's not a building; it's a city center, but like just like a town square.
Oh, I thought it was an actual building. I understand.
No, it's just like an opening where the ships could land. But yeah.
All right.
But you're
Got
still
it.
correct. Yeah.
Got it. We're going to get there and prepare to deploy all of the Kreen. I'm going to have all of the ballistas fire at the crews of the ships.
Okay, we'll have Ted roll for that off, just so he can, because he's kind of keeping track of like the war tally.
Enemy forces.
So if you're not attacking at something specific and you're just kind of like attacking enemy forces, we can just mark that off there.
They're the same that burn crosses. All right, and I'm going to delve deeper into the Nautiloid, which might be not a good idea, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Absolutely. Tell me what you get here as you feel your attunement. You have full control in this moment, but you can feel this little tingle in the back of your brain.
It's a success.
All right.
The
What'd you get?
the DC of the saving throw is on there.
Yeah. I still don't know what you got.
I got a 19.
Okay. Cool. Absolutely. So you can feel that each tentacle has the ability to make someone do a wisdom saving throw, and if they do that if they fail that wisdom saving throw, you can feel it with your attunement of the ship. You don't even need to see it. You don't even need to know it. You know that each tentacle has the ability to bamf someone from the end of the tentacle into those fleshy pods that you found each of these dwarves.
Capture people?
So you can capture people with
Holy
this.
crap.
That is diabolical. God, I hate mind flayers so much.
The rocks.
Each
though.
tentacle has a recharge of 6, which is too complicated, but you're in charge of keeping track of that. So
I'm going to I'm not going to do that because one of those has Janice in it.
Has a sneaky ooze locked in it.
That is true.
I thought Janice was in the cabinet still.
Or maybe it was the mind flare pods that were.
Yeah, the mind flare tadpoles
Regardless,
are in
there's
the
something
fleshy
super
room.
dangerous in one
Janice
of those.
is in the cabinet. We never took her out.
and I will tell you, in order to have control of that, you have to delve deeper again.
Deeper still.
And until then, if you want to use this ability, I'm just going to roll a d4, and if I get a 1 on the d4, it gets put in the Janus pod, or the tadpole, whatever it gets
it's
put in the
tadpoles.
danger
I
room.
think you're right.
Yeah.
I think it's the tadpoles.
It's the tadpoles. Yeah.
Still not great. So, all right, that's done.
Forgot we just put that in the closet.
Yeah.
Oops.
We didn't have
it's very funny how
full
much
solution.
You did so much work to take away any ability for me to cause chaos, but then you were like, also I put it in the closet. I was like, I have an
Well, off to war with this closet.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that is the Nautiloid's turn. Great turn. You delve deeper and nothing bad happened to you. Congratulations. It's now the Dinger's turn again, which means Klik, you can go first as you move the ship, and then Moonboy and Flute, you all go together right after.
Yeah, I think we're still running as fast as we can to this drop point. So Klik's still in full. Now this is pod racing mode where we're just.
Are there
Full
still wall
throttle.
defenses below us, or did Slow Death destroy
No.
all the wall defenses?
She's just destroyed all of the wall defenses.
Oh, so there's
They-
no
they
walls.
They seemed fairly clumped, and she also had a lot of movement and ability outside of that between her fearful presence and her because it wasn't necessarily her attacking defenses, it was also her getting people who were arming those defenses dead or whatever, and she had legendary actions inside of that, so I kind of cinematic a lot of that, but she basically like attacked, had a breath weapon, blah blah blah. So
Just dominoed the wall.
yes, truly. She did like the dragon Game of Thrones circle, which is just death, land on the wall. Yeah.
They're the only place to land a ship on the top of the island is in this like middle marina bit, right?
Yeah, it seems like they've turned. It's the only way to do it without doing damage to the ship. You can. It is
right.
The Dinger specifically has a curved bottom because it is a nautical ship turned into a ship, and so you would have to land it in the mud of the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we still have a full 2 turns to get
Yep.
there, so I will just dash this turn.
Cool. Yep. Next turn you will be officially above it. You just have to
Okay.
dash this turn, and then you
Yep.
will start the next turn with your regular movement above, or like inside of the wall.
Okay.
Great. And so Moonboy and Flute, what are you all doing?
Moonboy is going to find the lobed plant that he and Malzor took such care to grow, and he's going to break off a chunk of it, and he's going to take it straight to the dome. He eats it instead of making the tea, and his pupils, pow, right away. And he surges with magical moon magics, and he runs over to Goliathan and leans down and casts Greater Restoration on the old dwarf.
Yeah, because you ate it and didn't take it to tea, it activates a little bit slower and it's a little bit rougher on the whole experience. But cool. I'm just gonna roll a d20 here. If I get a 10 or above, you succeed. If I get a 10 or below, you fail. That's a 15 on the dice Aaron bought me.
Yes!
So it's just proven that he has magic in there, and they're not just
Has
loaded dice.
the power.
Just in time to.
Yeah. So with that, you see Goliathan like rubbing his head, but when your eyes go wide and you glow with this moon energy, it also wraps Goliathan up as well, and you see him go from rubbing his head to just focused, to just looking at the helm and being like, "Oh no, Klik's on there. God damn it! I told nobody to touch it. This is mine." I mean, I'm sure she did what she needed to, but still,
it's all right. She saved the day. She's doing great. Look at her. She's jamming.
Giant white eyes. It's so much creepier because her eyes make up a half of her face.
Yeah. Exactly.
We'll need you to take over, but you should be better now, for at least for a little while. Hopefully, what happened to you doesn't happen to her.
He pats you on the back and goes, "As always, good work, Moonboy."
It's okay.
He's trying to remember your
that's
code
the
name that you use
the
over the
Moonboy.
thing. But
That's You're still tripping pretty hard from the Greater Restoration.
yeah, it's like
It's
you know that like,
stormy.
grass is just living and around all the time.
I know.
Okay, anyway.
I know. I see the fields of green as well.
And he will use his action here as I'm just kind of counting Dinger actions together, and Klik, you see him raise his hand up to you, and you can kind of tag team out if you want to, but you do not have to. Is your choice here.
There's no way Klik is not getting down into that temple.
Yeah.
So we'll do a switcheroo.
He says, "Thanks for doing my job. Now you go do yours." And with this switch out, you hear the sentient helm ding on you and just goes, "Oh, but I was having fun." Okay, same old, same old. Here we go. And when you kind of like grasp hands with
The light
With Goliath
shoots
in
out of
here.
my mouth into his.
Yes! Here, take the wheel.
Can we get that
And the
art,
cosmic
please?
shotgun.
yeah, that's nowhere in the stats, but it's 100% true from this helm from now on that if you tag team, if you like slap hand someone out, there is a beam of energy that just mouth to mouth you, and you flip spots. Great.
Like a baby bird getting fed by its mother.
If its mother was the apocalypse.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's everybody. Flute, you got something
And
to
it
do?
is.
Yeah, how close is the crawdad ship to us?
Oh boy, it is 30 feet from you all.
It's 30 feet?
Oh yeah, it had to
Yeah,
get super
staying
close
close.
to Bazonko you. Yeah.
And it's just flying along next to us?
Yep, absolutely. It seems to be close as it is waiting for another opportunity to do what it needs to.
Charging. Great.
Right.
I'm not going to make you roll for that. It is because it is not attacking you and flying in lockstep. The only reason to not retreat is to buy time.
Yeah, right.
Give it a chance.
This is just a general question. Am I familiar with this type of ship? I mean, Flute's been around wild space. Have I ever seen this
You roll a
type of...
history check and the DC is 20.
Oh, baby.
Does it
The difference
say
between 20 and 25 is significant.
have
so
an
if you
anchor that one could drop?
Oh my god, I got a 21. I shit
Yes!
you not!
Yes! The
All right.
kid.
These ships are specifically known for being the ships of the Arcane. They are made themselves and not sold to anyone else besides the Arcane, so you know this is the ship of the Arcane. Which, if you are wondering if there is an anchor to drop, they are they seem to not resemble any nautical ship in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't mean there's an anchor, but you also didn't get a 25, so you don't know if
Oh.
there's an anchor or not.
It was more like the layout of the inside. Do I know that at all?
Anywhere, any weakness in the armor of a shelled creature, an arthropod, like a lobster or something like that, as they have these kind of like spine-layered natural armor.
Like a
Any
rock
weakness
lobster,
is that
if
is
you
a
will.
place that you could, yeah, exactly, like a rock monster. Any weakness in that you could maybe slip into. They have vents. Eyes are easy ways in. Mouths are easy ways in. So
Okay.
that's.
But I don't
that's your
know
20.
the... I don't know like where the helm room is or anything.
It's in the head of it. You generally know because of some person who you were being kind to and entertaining in a pub one day, who was just talking your ear off about Spelljammer construction. You know that any ship that is kind of designed around a animal-ish creature, usually the Spelljamming helm tends to be around where the head lays.
Great. I think that's all I needed to know. Then I will brandish my rapier, and on the head of this crawdad fish, I'll cast Hypnotic Pattern. I don't need to see where I'm casting it. I can cast it anywhere in 120 feet. So anyone that can see the Hypnotic Pattern has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
Incredible.
Get 'em.
Ship to ship hypnotic pattern. That's fucking amazing, dude.
You'll
Oh,
see
God.
it. Look at me. You'll see how
Hypnotized.
Andrew reeled me into that trap. Anytime I am brutal about rules, details, this is why. Because I have to be on my goddamn guard for beautiful
funny.
movement like that.
I could
So
tell
good.
he was doing
So
something.
good.
I was like, what's
Yeah.
happening? What's happening?
He does it so much, I was numb to it. He got me. It's the rope-a-dope.
Get it?
Okay, cool. Absolutely. I'm gonna have the 4 creatures that are inside of the helm room all do saving throws. I have to get.
It's a DC 16.
Great. I'm gonna use I have a specific dice for the. Okay. All right. 3 succeeded except for the one that I designated for the driver of the helm.
Oh my god.
If you ever doubt if I lie in these dice rolls, that's what
Listen to the hypnotic pattern.
have to just twist myself into these terrible moments. So, you hear screams and yells like, "No, come on, wake up!" Just in this, in various languages. and the ship itself, I guess it doesn't necessarily plummet, but it definitely falls behind. So
Sure.
he doesn't go unconscious. He just gets
Yeah,
distracted.
he's just
there's-
incapacitated and can't move. Right.
He's a
Yeah, could
sleepy
you-
shrimpy.
Could you do that noise one more time, Jordan? Because that's exactly it. Yeah, that's what happens. Is you see this, you see
Maybe say a
Flute
different
steps-
religion when you make that noise.
Christianity. Yeah.
Zoroastrianism.
You see, you all see, Klik, well, not Klik, because you've disconnected from the helm, but Moonboy, you, no, you're down below too. No one sees Flute's cool move.
Ever
No
gonna
one sees
believe
Flute's
it.
cool move.
Goats on deck, like,
Perfect.
As you step up to the side there, and this beautiful field of shimmering color just wraps the head of this
Incredible.
crawdad ship, and it seems to absorb it and just cause it to
Huge move.
behind you.
Man,
Huge
and
moves. Incredible.
Urist is here.
I never-
Screams from the
MVP
cockpit.
of ship battle for sure.
beam out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll open their mouth.
Captain, give me the beam.
Okay. With that, I think we're gonna cut to break real quick. That was such a cool ass turn that I'm gonna stop us there. We're gonna
That's
take
a
a
hot
quick
turn.
5-minute break where we drink, pee, and we will be back in just 5 minutes here to pick up the second half of this session as you all are cresting the walls of the city of Jadorian. See you in just a second.
Oof.
Thanks. And, seen a bunch of names, new folks. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Ask the chat questions. They have good answers.
Hell yeah.
Like why everybody's talking about drinking pee right now.
A good question to ask.
I gotta get that.
That's an Andrew Ovredahl joke.
Divorce.
I was quoting straight from Andrew's, I think, first album.
And then he left.
Yeah. Just
No,
ran
I know. I
He
just,
made
like
Andrew
a coward.
mad.
He's got to go get a big sandwich or something.
I gotta go talk to a big sandwich fella.
Oh, I gotta go eat a salad out of a half of a globe.
I don't know if chat's ever seen it, but Andrew eats from preposterously sized dishes.
He
Always.
eats a large salad or a huge sandwich.
yeah. I was
I have
joking
a
about
cartoon
how,
life. What can I say?
Yeah, and like
There was that one
I'm
time
on the
that someone
Heathcliff
came
diet.
yeah. Andrew's
I can eat
best
anything I
bowl.
want as long as it's completely ridiculous.
As long as I remove a fish bone afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to
Andrew's
slow this
best
game
bowl
down.
is a firefighter helmet.
That would actually be dope.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas. Firefighter.
Let's land this jalopy.
Okay. I'm not going to bring up this cruller covered in Swiss cheese that you posted on the internet.
Oh my
Let's eat
god,
this
right?
It was so good.
It looked pretty good, actually.
Here lies Andrew Ovredahl, who got exactly what he deserved.
Oh, it was delicious. I recommend it.
That's insane. I love a crawler.
God. I couldn't. I
would
feel
try
like the capability I have to understand a gross meal is that I've not found the end of it so sharply.
Like a dog at the end of its leash.
That was it. Very good.
My
It's
buddy
like that's
Brian.
after straight mayonnaise. That's just like after straight mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Anyway,
Are we back in?
yeah, we've been back in
yeah.
for a while. All right, this is what all our breaks are like. Okay, here we go.
Greetings,
Back to life or death here.
Damn it.
Okay, I don't know whose turn it was.
I
because I'm
cast
so
it on the ship. I
distracted.
think that was the ship actions, unless
Okay, yeah. So it's the Meridian
Relic
Tract who is fleeing.
is going to fire something.
Yeah, they are.
Moonboy,
Yeah.
you didn't use your movement. Do you want to?
I mean, no, I'm gonna stay.
That's a good catch.
No, I'll do it next. I'll do it next move.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I am. I have autopiloted all of like the non-essential attacks to Ted, who is factoring in things like relics attacks and things to kind of just like keep score of how the war is
Nice.
going.
How's
Uh,
Relic
far
shooting
out.
tonight?
I don't know, Ted. Do you want to give us a little thumbs up or thumbs down? He's missed everything, is what Ted has said.
Relic.
Tremendous.
yeah,
Thank you,
just-
Relic. Thank you for talking your way along on the
means he's in a
adventure.
good. That means he's in a good spot.
Yeah, you just hear a lot of swearing from the front of the ship. That's like and like small grunts of encouragement from Goat, but him just being like, "God damn it! No, I'll get him! War's on! I'll get him!" And he just
Can
has
we
not
get
hit
him
it.
glasses or something? Like next
Maybe.
shop we stop off on?
It's actually a good idea. We've
Let's get him
never
checked.
asked. Oh
At
no,
least get his eyes checked.
that's on us. That's on me, really. The Artificer should have. All right, I feel bad.
You're the ship's de facto doctor, I suppose.
That's
So
true.
with that, it is going to be the spell jamming ship's turn. I need a quick thumbs up or thumbs down from our secret GM Ted on whether or not this weapon it has recharged, because it's rolling a random dice to find out if it recharges it or not. And then it does, in fact. So that is bad for you all, as it's going to shoot a shot. And needs to. I'm gonna have you, Andrew, roll a wisdom or an intelligence saving throw.
Great.
For if Goliath can stay connected at this point, or
What's the
if
modifier?
Jordan has to. +1.
Gotta get some brain glasses for Goliath, and while we're getting Relic his.
Hey, he's country smart. He's not book smart. High wisdom.
All right. +1, that will be a 16.
Yes.
Ooh, that succeeds.
So
Yes!
nice.
Oh,
Baby!
So nice. Okay.
Oh, wait,
Just
we're getting...
barely.
Okay.
Just barely. By the skin of Scully's cat hair.
Okay, this is why I'm staying here, because the Moonboy can help with this in case.
Good call. Good call. That's fair.
Wow. Great. Truly great decision, Jordan. Because that was
It
literally
didn't come
by...
up, but I was thinking
What if it
that,
had?
and he's gonna stay for this reason. But when we land, he'll zip
landing.
up as
Well,
fast as possible. Oh,
dinger's
we're
not
not landing.
landing.
When it's time to drop, just buzz me on the thing on the walkie-talkie.
Cool. I love that. Tell me when I'm supposed to leave. Okay, cool. And so now that is going to be back to the top of the initiative order here. It is none of the weapons' turn because they have all been decimated by the green dragon, but it is the dragon's turn, and it is going to move in closer to the workshop here, as it is not far away, and it can use its movement to kind of get above it, and its breath has recharged, and it is going to just lean down and just down there, and you see another bit like this big burst of green gas at the entrance of the workshop, and you hear yells and kind of just you see people throughout the cloud start to run out and then run back in where there's more cover out and away from it.
People being
Grizzly.
Arcane or
Oh no, it
Crane?
is a little bit difficult to see exactly who is inside of that breath of gas, but the people that are fighting you all and the people that are in and around the city and seeming to be armed themselves are a mixture of elves and Kreen, and you have not seen anything else but that right now. And,
We're sort of
so.
the baddies.
yeah, a little bit.
So with that, we're gonna be back to the Nautiloid, who is right there across the wall. The crew's plan has been to land the I think, kind of get the Nautiloid to the point where you, K.A.I, can then join the rest of the crew. You were at the point where you absolutely can land the Nautiloid. It just depends on where you want to land the Nautiloid, or if you want to use its actions first to do damage. So
The first... I'm sort of waiting for the crew to start their jump. I think K.A.I, first order of business is to unload the Kreen, the rebels, so that they can go do rebellion.
true. So you
Say that to him.
Commence rebelling.
Okay,
Do
go
rebellion.
do rebellion now. So I'm going to sort of, pull up in a spot where they can disembark, and at the same time, I'm going to use the tentacles to attack the ships that are congregated there.
Okay, cool. Well, I will say, just to be a little bit of a stickler here, landing the ship and using the tentacles are a little bit of a different thing. You can do both, but the amount of time it would take for you to land the ship and get everybody off is going to be your action. So you can land the ship with the intention of, I'm going to get everybody else off, and then the next turn I'm going to go and attack this shipyard, or you can just land the ship and call it there. Because I know that K.A.I.'s intention is eventually to get the crew, but it's up to you. And so,
Sure.
yeah.
First thing that I need to do is to get the Kreen off. So if that's going to take all my actions, that's what I'm going to do.
Yes, then yes, that is true. So yeah, you move the Nautiloid forward, kind of in the space that is between the city center, the civilian cities, and the workshop. It's kind of in front of the workshop itself. You're landing it down there, and Kreen are just pouring out, literally like ants. Just, you hear all of this, these yells, and you can feel it. This psionic connection for just a tiny moment. It's like a echo to you of all of their hearts. Just like all these people who have literally abandoned their homeland for what they believe in are getting a chance to fight for their the city that they believe in to protect it on their own terms, and they are just pouring throughout here, and you see them clashing with Kreen and elves alike all throughout the city as they just like pour off of the ship, all 73 of them that are left. So we're kind of like leaving the Nautiloid there for this exact
for
moment.
now, yeah.
But
Sort
you
of
were
there.
staying attuned to the helm. I think that is the most important question of this turn for me.
I'm not unattuning right now. Will that take an action to do?
No. Yes. Well, no, it does not take an action to unattune. It takes an action to attune.
To
So you
reattune.
can just,
So I'll stay attuned for now.
Okay, cool. Great. But Nautiloid has just breached the walls, come and laid itself down here, and all of the Kreen
Yeah.
are pouring.
I think
off
it's sort of
it.
hovering with the idea in mind that it's going to support the Kreen for as long as I can.
Yeah, and you know what? Even just for the war dynamics that Ted and I established on the back end, we'll just you can get the tentacle actions, which if you want to use any of the the zips, the zops here, you absolutely can. But I will say it's probably
No zops happening.
yeah. You can just straight up brute strength it like a Kreen run. Like there's a Kreen on your side and a Kreen on the other side fighting, and one of the tentacles just like swats the enemy Kreen away.
Yeah.
And that there's that. Okay, cool, great.
Perfect.
And so that is going to bring up the dinger, which you all are about 800 feet above the whole city itself, but you can crest the walls at this point. And you have the ability to drop here to cast Featherfall on yourselves and land without damage. If you'd like to, but you are far enough across the walls where if you want to drop down, then you can.
Okay. Well, Moonboy and I have to use our hopeful movement to get upstairs. So I will do that. I'll give Goliathan a little fist bump and dash upstairs.
He says, "Don't touch my hand. We'll do the mouth thing again."
No, unbump.
Oh no! The animation already started.
Yeah. And we'll dash upstairs and grab
I'm
a
gonna-
parachute.
I'm gonna ask the captain before I go, like,
Captain, are you okay? Are you going to be okay?
He goes, "Yeah. Do you? I'm fine. Your spell worked perfectly. Also, I have a lot of thoughts about myself that I might share with you later, but I just
Right. Sort of makes things seem significant. I know.
Yeah, I got to view myself from a more zoomed out perspective, and it was important to me. But
is the plan I'm sorry, just
do you?
out of character
Yeah. No,
real
that's
quick.
what he's asking. Is like, do you want me to get out, or do you
Yeah,
want me to
do
stay
we?
around?
I mean, I'm not there in the.
Yeah, this
room,
is
I'm
a
up
you.
on the
This is
deck.
a you question, Moonboy. Because I mean, the I will say the plan that we can just operate from that has been communicated so far is that it drops people and then pieces to keep everybody
Yeah.
on the dinger safe.
Yeah.
But Moonboy, the Goliathan is asking you again because a lot of things have changed since then.
No,
so
you have to go, Captain. You have to go. In fact, you have to go, and you have to go safely. I'm casting Enhance Ability on the Captain.
Clutch.
I'm going to give him Fox's Cunning. The target has advantage on intelligence checks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
and I'm gonna
baby.
move.
Ooh, foxy.
True
Uh,
campaign.
Is there a faster way out of here than up the stairs? Because I could only use half of my movement now.
You can fly. Is there a porthole that he
I
can
can,
like
but I
fly
can
out
only.
of?
Yes, absolutely. I don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get so crunchy all the time, but we have four spelljamming ships in action right now, and you get a little bit of
Dragon
leeway
and
on
a
movement
war.
speed.
I'll use the captain's. Okay. I'll just the Moonboy flies up the shoots up the chute with a wink and a spell.
It's got to be a
Shoots up the flute.
laundry hatch.
No, he's like, kick my chimney over. There's like a chimney in his like guest room. He's like, kick it over and you just go straight up through out there.
That's canon.
I'll
That's
fix it
canon.
later.
I always hated that thing.
The captain's chute.
Gross. Okay, so Moonboy, you're out of there. Okay, cool. Damn. Sorry, Ted was
Klik
rolling in
just
the
ran up
background.
to the deck, right?
Yeah. I haven't used an action, I guess.
I'm gonna give it to you for free. I'm not gonna get weird about movement with.
Oh no, I dashed.
At this point.
No, I dashed. I'm fine.
Okay, cool. So you are, but are you all off the side of the ship in this turn? Is this like Seal Team 6
wait.
go?
Unless she runs up the stairs and off the side of the ship.
I think
With no parachute on
Yeah,
it,
just
without
Wile E.
flute.
Coyotes
Well,
off the
there
side.
she goes.
Because we
Guess she was a little frazzled.
we do have devices that we built in the background that let
Right.
you all
Yeah.
cast Featherfall, so you can.
Right.
and
No,
you
I
have
think
how
not
much?
Flute and I. Or not Klik and I.
Yeah, because we were supposed to dimension
We're
door.
we're supposed
so
to
we have
teleport.
5 Kreen.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to
Made
ask if you.
and
Kreen have the
sacrificed
jumpsuits that let them.
yeah.
That let them
So we have
Yeah.
5 Kreens with Featherfall. Right? It's 5? No, 4. 4 Kreen
Four,
with
'cause
It's
Featherfall.
not actually
Yeah.
featherfall. It just lets that because that would make them go all slow. It just makes them not take fall damage. when
Sure.
they're
Yeah.
Jumping.
Well, they can fall super fast and then trigger right before they
Yeah,
landed, right?
that's why I was just statting it as Featherfall in my mind because
Oh,
you
okay.
can still like do that at the last second. So.
Hey, you're the one who demanded a stat block from me. And I made it.
You're right.
with
And
glee,
then-
I made it.
Moonboy's flying, and there's 2 of us left. So I think we were dimension dooring down. Or I can Featherfall and Flute can dimension door. But we have 5.
You're definitely not 600 feet from the ground right now. So.
We have 4. Yeah, we'd have to just free fall for a little while.
And then dimension door.
Do it.
Yes.
Even with
That's
Dimension Door, you
cool.
take X amount of like, Dimension Door moves you from one place to another. Sorry to be crunchy as fuck, but like, if you fall for 100 feet and you Dimension Door 600 feet, you take 100 feet of fall damage.
Really?
Because you are.
Yeah, but if we fall
Yeah.
within the 500 feet of Dimension Door, then we could just teleport to the ground, right?
Because you wouldn't be falling anymore.
Because
Because
if we're within 500 feet of the ground, then bloop, then we would just teleport to the ground. As long as there's no room to fall.
Yeah, like if you
after
cast it on the
500 feet.
if you cast it while you were on the ship.
Right, but you are 800 feet from the ground.
Yes, but if we
So-
fall 300 feet, we can then teleport the remaining 500
Right, so you
feet to the
just take 300. That's what I agree, but you take 300 feet of fall damage.
But
Oof.
why?
Oh.
Because if
Crazy.
this is.
Yeah,
Damn it! You're
I
making
get
me making me attach science to magic here, and this I hate doing it because magic just wins. But the thing I believe in this spell casting is that if you take 300 feet of momentum, you have 300 feet of momentum, and then you cast or 200. But if you have 200 feet of momentum and then you cast Dimension Door, you are in the same place that you started before, but you still have that momentum of 200 feet.
Yeah, if you just opened a door and let people fall through it, they'd still be falling from 300 feet.
Sure.
Okay. Well, thank you for telling us that before we did it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it turns out our entire plan was flawed. So
Yeah.
Well,
Can I
the
hold
captain
him?
can
Well, I mean,
lower
it
the
wasn't
ship.
as long as you got within 600 feet of the ground, but yeah, you specifically moved outside of the range of the ranged weapons, which is 600
Which I guess we
feet,
can move down next turn. So if we
Yeah.
move down next
we can
turn, we can still
dive.
dimension door, and then the Goliathan can leave after we jump. So we're still okay.
Just
How
puts
high
us
are
back
we?
a turn.
We're
How
super
close
high.
is that ship?
Which one?
Behind us?
The
That
one
guy.
from you, it
Crawdad.
sacrificed a whole turn of movement, so it is 160 feet away from you.
All right.
And trigonometry terms, so you can go down without it being too close to you.
Okay.
And it hasn't gone yet this round?
Nope.
All right. Then I will hold my action to cast another hypnotic pattern on its helm room as soon as it moves within range.
Great.
Within 120 feet.
Cool.
And yeah, I guess I'll get on the Rocky Talkie and be like, Goliathan, dive. Get us 300 feet closer.
Right?
Cool. Yeah. With that drop, he's able to just boom you down, and he can
Very
use
cool.
his action to move you all 160 feet, but he still needs one more turn to get you all close enough toward it.
Yeah. All right, next turn, we're jumping, kids.
Okay, can we say that
So-
Moonboy is kind of at the captain's hatch, like wind blowing, like about to skydive?
Yes, you could split the you could split the difference here as
Okay.
you're hanging out looking around. I love that. What's that Harrison Ford movie? Yeah, where he's the president and fighting on an airplane. Yeah, that
Yes,
one,
yes. Air Force One?
Air Force One. Thank you. Shout out to Tiger Moon Productions, who is Case, who just
Hell
said
yeah.
it before any of us did. Okay, so that is going to bring up.
I was wondering what that was.
Husky sounds.
jerk.
Husky sounds.
I missed a turn here from our DM Ted, who there are enough of the Kreen who have beat the checks to walk up back to the crossbow, the giant crossbow that has the magical arcane bolt on it, specifically on their turn, and they're going to walk up to it and take that shot at slow death, and you see just a crew of them, like elves, and there's 2 elves and a Kreen, and the Kreen's kind of like pointing toward it, and they all walk up and they load this big bolt, and it shoots and it fires at slow death here, and she is going to take 50 points of damage as it just smashes like straight into her chest as she is blowing like this huge cloud of gas on the workshop, and you just see it. There's a burst of arcane energy and blood mixed within it, but she is still up, and you see her stagger for a second, and I'm not going to make anyone roll for this, but I think that if you are above deck and you see her take this hit, you know that she is fully risking her own death to win this fight right now, because she is at the moment where Ted and I have talked about, where I've decided as a DM, like, this is where she would flee, and because she could die very easily at this point, and she is just dripping blood, and she is staying. She's staying in this fight with that. So you all can do whatever you want with that, Andrew. But
No, I'm just feeling sympathy. No.
good.
She's a good one. She's helping. She just wants to meet her celebrity friend. It's like, you'll be fine.
Sorry, Case just made me laugh because she said she has an ironic name because she died so quickly.
Surprisingly quick death, they call her.
And you all also see, I will
This never
say,
happens, I swear.
because of the fight that is happening around you, you see the Kreen allies are kind of being pushed back toward the Nautiloid. They're kind of being partitioned off as there are enough Meridian Track soldiers and Kreen who are winning the fight to keep them contained. They're not able to surge into the workshop, or and they're staying between the Nautiloid and the ships that are still on the ground of when it just comes between troops on the ground. So right now the ground forces are winning.
The
They're-
enemy is winning.
Yeah, the Kreen are losing in this. the
our
Nautiloid
Kreen?
Kreen. Your Kreen.
Yes.
The good guys are losing currently on the ground.
Oh no.
We're the good guys. Thank God.
Right. And that's going to bring up the. So the Dinger just went. The Meridian Track ship went. It is the.
Did the Crawdaddy ship move it within 120 feet?
It absolutely did.
So the
it
walls
is,
just
it
went,
is
right?
his turn. It is its turn, and it's going to now. They have enough
Wait,
people conscious
isn't it
to.
slow death after the wall?
No, slow death. The wall went out of order here, so I messed it up because there are too many things happening at one time. And we're actually kind of at the bottom of the initiative order, as the arcane ship is going to go catch up, and your spell triggers, Andrew.
Great. They all gotta make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Go
cool.
to sleep. Go.
I mean, it's not a sleep, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
DC 16.
Why did I put those dice away? Okay, cool. So, again, I'm going to roll the amount of dice that are on the helm room. I'm going to designate one for the helm person. DC 6. Motherfuck. Okay, whoa. What kind of save was it?
Wisdom.
Okay. I had one of them succeed, but you again see the ship shoot up toward you all and just hit that colorful wall and just back down again.
Yes.
But next time I'm gonna roll, I'm only gonna roll 2 dice because there are only the one that is conscious is going to use its action on its next turn to wake up the Spelljammer, but the other 3 are not awake, so are not undone by this spell. So, okay, that is a crazy amount that just happened. We're bringing it back to the wall here. Those folks are going to shoot another shot at Slow Death. And
Didn't they already shoot the insane one?
Yeah, but I missed it in the initiative order. And you see, in this turn, you see 2 ships kind of like rising from the middle here, as there seemed to be another arcane ship rising and another Meridian track ship rising, and they're both going toward the dinger right now, as it is the only ship up in the air. And then it is Slow Death's turn. Ted, can you tell me real quick if the last, they don't know this, but if the last dragon slaying shot hits or not? Because that will be, it misses. So in her position here, kind of like down below, she's taken one and she's just ready for it. She looks up and at this crossbow and it shoots and she dodges it. She kind of like flaps her wings to dodge it immediately. And she is just going to lay waste on the workshop and all of the Kreen forces that, the Judorian forces that have gathered around the Nautiloid forces. She's going to step up and use her wing attack and her tail attack, as well as her breath weapon attack if it recharged it. If not, she's going to use a bite attack against the large group of Judorian forces that are pushing in here. I'll let Ted do that as we keep moving into the Nautiloid's turn here. So what do you want to do here, Aaron? What does Kai want to do as he's helming this? If you want to see how this goes with Slow Death, you absolutely can take a pause while Ted is rolling dice in the background. But if you want to just act, you can as well.
This is sort of a turning point, and I'm not sure what to do. There are 2 ships rising towards the dinger, but the dinger is 650 feet off the ground and more still away from them. So if the dinger can finish diving and you guys can jump and then the dinger flees, it should be able to get away. So I shouldn't chase them. Slow Death might get killed, and that would be bad. But all the Kreen might get killed, and that would also be bad. And if I go try to help Slow Death, you guys might get killed in the temple without another person there to help you fight. So I think Kai...
Tough choice.
There's 7 of us.
Well said, Aaron.
We do have
well
four.
said.
We do have 4 Kreen Mandos coming with us.
I think the priority is Kai needs to help the Kreen on the ground right now. And I think the best way for him to do that is going to be to disconnect from the helm and jump into battle and cast... is going to unleash a blast of arcane light at the enemy lines and cast fairy fire. Making all the enemies in a 20-foot cube glowing and easy to hit. So I'm going to give all of the Kreen advantage on their attacks against that cube.
Incredible.
Oh, man. So, and with this spellcast, you are disconnecting from the helm, right?
I'm disconnecting from the helm.
Yeah. So you kind of like walk out on the front platform of the ship here. to cast this?
Yeah, I cast it, and then I'm going to use the nano displacement accelerator to teleport right onto the front line.
Okay. Oh my god. Hell yes, Aaron. Sorry, I have to do this scene as like this nautiloid like floating above kind of like drops as the Kreen are kind of getting cornered and pushed back, and even Slow Death is been able to use her attacks, but she's moving outside of the range. She can't jump down in the battle because she's so weak here that she's just having to kind of like kite this a little bit and stay out of range. So even she's like looking a little weak, and the nautiloid drops, and there's just this whoom, as you jump to the front battle lines, and the front layer of these Kreen and elves just light up purple, and they're lit by this energy. And with that, it's inside the mist that comes from the gaseous cloud that Slow Dive has spread throughout the battlefield. They're just lit up. It's like their work is cut out for them as the allied Kreen charge forward and just start tearing into this. They're like, ah! As you jump up to the front of these battle lines.
And I know that it's all getting sort of automated, but I'm going to be sort of fighting on the front line for as long as I can, trying to absorb as many attacks and deflect them with my crazy high AC as I can.
Okay, what's your move that makes people focus on you instead of?
That's a feature from my Thunder Gauntlets.
Okay, I'm not.
So
even
that
gonna
won't
make you
actually
cast
be
that.
going yet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you cast that to add it as flavor, as so many people, like so many of the allied front line is like, oh, the boss is up front, and they try and attack you. Even if you're not casting that ability, it just like affects the battlefield as this front line of your allied troops surges forward with that, and Slow Death gets a reprieve, but also still has this advantage up top. So cool, good. That is where you are on this turn. Is up at the front lines of this, and that is going to bring up. That is the nautiloid's turn, so it's going to bring up the dinger here, which you all have pushed forward enough through. You see, kind of like cresting the cloud line. You can see the temple is below you. Directly, there's a bunch of spots you can drop on it if you want to, but you have now, Goliathan has now moved the ship within 600 feet of the ground level. So yeah, what do the three of you do?
Within 600 feet?
What is the?
It would be 500 now.
500. Sorry.
Dimension door.
500. Excuse me. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna see. I mean, there's 2 more ships coming up. I'm gonna look at Moonboy and Klik and be like,
I think Goliathan should land the ship. Once he's landed, he doesn't have to worry about crashing. If he tries to fly away, and they hit him with that weapon again,
No one else can fly it.
the ship will crash. I think he should.
Copy that,
think you should
Windrider.
land.
Just in case you forgot, I'm not with you. I'm down below deck, but...
oh, I thought you were in the
did
chimney.
get-
Yeah, I'll get on the rock.
I am in the chimney, but you're not here, are you?
I thought you'd popped up.
Oh, no, I'm like down below about to jump
Okay,
out
cool.
of the hatch.
Yeah, so I'll
But
get on the Rocky Talkie for an all hands.
It was on in your
meeting.
pocket. And
there a space for
I
him
gave
to
the
land?
captain advantage on intelligence checks. He should be a little better at piloting the ship against that specific weapon from now on.
Yeah,
Starman
but he's
over.
about to take on 3 ships with.
They're not
one
going to catch
relic.
him though. They won't be
won't
able
they
to
catch
catch him because they're like 800 feet away. And
Well,
if
They
he
don't have
drops
to
you
be
off
right
and then
next to him to
and then
start to
leaves,
fire weapons.
This is the plan.
it seems like they do.
This is the
They are
plan.
they are 400 feet away, which you know is at least, with the spelljamming ship capability that you know, is at least like 2 or 3 turns to catch up to them.
Stick with the plan.
Kai is like in battle, and he's like, "They need to run."
Yeah. I mean, if they land in this mess where like all the Kreen and elves are fighting, I don't think like the ship will survive. Right? Like
They'll
they don't
stop
have any
chasing
warriors on
once he
board.
runs.
Yeah, but all it takes is there's no safety net. We're leaving him to...
This was always the plan. Now it's better than ever. At least he has advantage on intelligence. We have to go. Now, this is the drop zone.
I love these
Captain-
conversations
yeah.
happening as your head is sticking out of a chimney,
This
like
is
talking
not-
into a walkie-talkie, and the wind is like blowing past your hair. Yeah.
I'll turn to Flute and say Captain Goliathan has gotten himself out of worse positions than he is in right now. Trust the man to do what he does and jam.
Yes, he's the stickiest jam in the jelly jar.
Hi.
What?
I was on the alt channel, so I'll ask Goliathan.
Are you all right with this, Captain?
Yeah, I can jam. If I can do anything, I can jam.
All right.
And then I'll look at Goat and Relic. I'll be like,
Maybe one of you could go down in the helm room, and if Goliathan gets knocked out, might as well give it a shot.
Goat goes, I gotta stay up here to reload his bolt.
He's not hitting. He's not hitting anything.
I'll
Goat.
go
He's not
down.
hitting anything.
Yeah. I'll go down. I got it. I said it out loud and then I got it. She walks down and she looks back at you and goes, I'll give you the same advice the Relic gave you. Don't die. And she walks down.
before she goes, I'll point back at her and I'll be like,
Same goes to you.
and give her Bardic Inspiration, my final use of it.
All right. Secret DM Ted, please note that for the off-screen actions.
And
that
then
have
I'll
been
step
recorded.
up on the railing and make a gesture to Klik.
Yeah, Klik will pick Flute up.
Yeah, I make like this, gesture, like, care to join me? Up, and I get carried up like a baby.
You do the uppy. Uppy.
And I'm gonna
she'll
start
turn to
flying
the.
down.
She'll look over her shoulder at the Kreen behind her in the wingsuits and say, "Let's go take her home back." And
It's a one-way.
we lift to the skies.
One-way ticket. I can't get us out.
And Klik and I, if I remember right, Klik knows this temple, and she told me a place inside that we could.
Yeah, I looked at this
Jump
map.
into.
There's there's like these little side rooms,
Yeah.
and hang on, I gotta pull up Discord again. But Harlan, there's little side rooms, like on the I don't know, the west side of the building. Where's
Yeah. I give you a snipped part of the map because that is the only part of the map that you would have been inside of before.
Yeah, wherever
So-
Klik told me to.
I'll just do this little like circle-y guy that doesn't have the feather over it on the
We
left.
don't have the map, the same map, but wherever
No,
you are
but
telling me is where we're
that's
going.
where-
Yes, you don't know.
Great.
This is
I
a
will look
Link decision.
at Moonboy and be like,
See you at the front door, friend.
Roger that, Windrider. Again, I'm not next to you, but I'm down.
Oh, yeah.
Under,
I point at the chimney.
Yeah, maybe it's just his voice coming out of the vent.
And then I will cast Dimension
Yeah.
Door into that space.
Yeah, Moonboy's
500
gonna start
feet down.
flying down immediately after hearing that, and he's gonna watch for the signature bamf of Windrider's somewhat sinister signature magic.
Sure. And Rachel, so
Yeah.
there is a left, on the left and the right side of the map, you're bamfing down to the left side of the map, right?
And Andrew or Rachel?
Hello?
Wherever Rachel said, yeah.
Yeah.
Say,
Or,
say that
Klik,
again.
sorry.
You were
There's
breaking
a
up
left
for
side.
me.
There's a left side of the map, and there's
Yeah.
a right side of the map, and you're
Left.
yeah. So you're and
Left,
there's the
lower
two like circle pods.
Yeah.
And do you want to go into one of those circle pods, or do you want to go into the little cylindrical left room?
One of the circle pods
Okay, cool.
on
Mink
the.
remembers what these rooms are, right?
I mean, I've been in here, right?
I would say actually you know the existence of the circle pod space. You don't know what is inside of them.
I haven't been
know,
in there. Oh,
yeah, but you know that the
that's
middle
scarier.
chamber and the cylindrical chamber, like the middle chamber is just like a meeting. It is literally the space that you got excommunicated.
Right.
Because
that, like,
it is the
super open
court.
hall.
Yeah, it is the courtroom space. It is kind of like the council of elders gather on this middle room space, and then they make judgments. It's a very public place. Like crowds can gather. It's somewhere between a church and a courtroom. In the side areas, they're more of communing spaces. They are open to the public in a way that is kind of outside of the everyday proceedings. And
But I've never
pod
been in
rooms.
the Circly Boys. Okay.
Yeah, it is the space behind the rector. You know, if you, I don't know, you know,
Sketchy.
it is at least the back room of the venue, kind of thing that you just don't. You know that it is there. You don't know what is there, which isn't to say one thing or the other. But,
And the front door is at the bottom or it's at the top?
right at the bottom. Truly,
At the bottom.
the cutoff head of the chicken, kind of like
Great, yeah.
right there in the center south.
To the left and right of the front door, it looks like there's this sort of like entry vestibule thing, but to the left and right there appear to be what could be sectioned off rooms. I'm looking for something that a little more secretive. Like, are those walls or are those like tables? That to kind of hide in this front corner.
Yeah, the turkey bone room of the bottom left is a hidden away area. But
That is the plan. I would like a non-public space that I have been to before.
Great. Then I know exactly where you're landing. And
Great.
it is on that very southern west little curve inlet.
Great. Love it.
This is truly the space where you cut me off here, change this in any way because I am putting this upon your character, but this is a alcove right next to the entrance where maybe you prepped for courage walking into your excommunication. You know, this kind of like tucked away spot that is hidden from the crowds that gather in this space, but is right next to the entry. So
Yeah.
Sweet.
Perfect.
okay, all right. With you all dropping down there, Moonboy, how close can you get to this building if you are in your turn? If you are, 500 feet off the ground,
60
double your
feet.
movement. Yeah.
Can I drop? Can I
Can
fall?
he just like free fall and then trigger his flying shoes?
Oh hell yeah, baby boy! Let's do that. That sounds cool and good.
Hang on to your hat, kid.
As long as you roll a dexterity saving throw to pull that ripcord, because if not, I get to do some fall damage.
I don't know.
But it is
No,
up to
no,
you.
I mean,
no,
don't
no,
wait
no,
till
no,
the
no.
last.
I'm not gonna wait until the last second, but I'm down for jeez, I guess
Wait till you're close. to
yeah,
the crowd.
rolling whatever you think I need to roll.
I want you to roll a dexterity saving
determine
throw.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run away for a tiny second. I'll be right back. We'll roll a dexterity
Okay.
saving throw and tell me what we get.
Oh boy.
I've rolled it.
Sorry for volunteering you for a crazy idea. Sorry for fluting you.
Okay, listen, I rolled an 11.
You got Windridered.
Yeah. Hey, you should just jump off the side and free fall and then trigger your flying shoes.
I rolled. So I
Bardic
rolled.
Inspiration?
I don't think I still have Bardic Inspiration, but I do have
Did you
the
use it?
ability to. No, I don't think I used it. Did you give
You
it to
should
me?
still have it because it's a 10-minute thing. Well, let's see. Who would I know I gave it to Relic and Goat. I gave it to
Saving
Klik.
throw or an
So I
ability
had one
check, you
more.
can use
Did I give
your
it to
action.
Kai? I gave
You
it to
did
Kai.
not. You thought about. You verbally talked
Oh,
about
that's
giving
right.
it to me and decided that.
Then I
You
gave
give
it
it
to
to me.
Moonboy
give it to
because I've given them to I've given them all away. So you have
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration, 1d8.
Okay. Great. I'm gonna use my reaction actually to call upon the cosmic forces of the moon to smile upon me this day. So I'll roll a little extra there. That bumps it up to 15.
Oh boy, that's exactly what you need to not take all damage. Like literally it, right there. As you,
Very nice.
yeah. I mean, you could throw. I want you to do this flavor as you just like streak to the ground,
Oh,
like
yeah.
truly, no parachute until the end.
Sure,
It's
Moonboy-
the first time Moonboy's done this too.
Yeah, Moonboy jumps out of the dinger and begins to free fall, and all of a sudden sees the function of this Kreen war helmet he's been given as kind of these little glass thingies kind of shield his eyes from the wind, and he's like, oh, that's what that's for, as he's like hurtling towards the earth, and I think he kind of has this moment where he can't really see anything and he thinks he's gonna flub it, but then at the last minute, like, oh, we're close, and whoosh, and sort of almost misses the balcony, but then like Mario doing the cape catch, like whoosh, back up and just barely, or like gently and deftly alights with the others as though he meant to do it all along. It's like,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, I mean, you are not with the crew yet. You float because you are not
Sure.
transporting yourself inside of this building, but you float with that very cool Mario Cape description. Float yourself down right in front of the doors of this large temple, and there's a battle happening all around you. You're kind of at the back of it. There's a lot of the troops have positioned themselves just around this nautiloid. But as you drop here, you see a couple of like Kreen like yelling and looking over at you, but you float down in front of this large archway of this like black crystal doorway right in front of you to this temple. And you recognize this black crystal immediately as a similar material that Klik's Githka is made out of. This like hardened spit and saliva. Just you can't imagine the amount of Kreen and time and spit it took to make this huge crystal doorway that is in front of you. And
Loogie
it's,
Chapel.
are you going
Big
to like
old dip
push?
cup.
Yeah. It is dip cup in art form.
I make one of those one fishing trip, man.
Speaking of gross stuff, we haven't used our piss cauldrons yet.
I don't.
Hey, that's on you.
That is true.
If we go home with these unused piss cauldrons, oh, it's gonna be embarrassing.
They don't
I
keep.
thought we
That's for
just
sure.
factored in the onboard weapons into the battle.
Sure. Do you want to just? I will do this right now. I will give
No,
you a line if you want to, of space that the enemy Kreen can't cross. If you want to roll two dexterity or
Sure.
roll two dice that are the dexterity saving throw for this piss cauldron line. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
I think in the midst of the battle, it's fighting this pitched battle beneath the nautiloid. K.A.I looks up at the deck of the nautiloid. He's like, "Now the piss! Unleash the piss!"
Absolutely.
The tinkle.
Oh wow!
You made
I
this,
I said,
Harlan. You made
I said
this.
I'm gonna roll the dexterity saving throws real quick. And I rolled a 2 and a 4. This is the difference between the 10 rolls and when I roll.
Wow.
And so when inside of all of this, like with the Kreen, with you like bamfing up and casting Fairy Fire and giving the advantage of this, there is just a hallway for you specifically, K.A.I, between that it like cuts through the armies. That is just a hallway of piss for you to walk through that gets you from where you are to like through the city square to the temple. It's not perfect because it only covers X amount of space, but at least gets you closer to it.
Hurry, Kai. Join me.
And
Yeah,
just
the
as a bookkeeping, Klik didn't take her turn yet, right? Because she got teleported.
We're sort of. I feel like we're sort of.
Correct. We're playing fast and loose, but we need
Yeah.
rules lawyers like humanitarian rules lawyers like Andrew to jump in here
with
with turns.
The
I'll take
piss
it.
seems
I'm
like a
gonna take
good
it.
opportunity. Kai will fight and use all of his tricks for as long as he feels like he can, and then to try to help turn the tide. And then I will cast Fly on myself and fly over the river of piss to the temple.
Okay.
And the Moonboy is going to. Well, does he see Kai coming?
So we're gonna end. We're gonna get us very close to being back in a normal D&D initiative in just a second. But I want to do two things real quick, and I'm gonna cut to the scene of Piss Christ Kai floating above the sea of war here in a second. But first, I want to cut over to the scene of Klik and Flute just jumping off the ship, like, just full in a hug, the closest they ever got to hugging. Them jumping off the edge of the ship,
Big spooky
and
bug hug.
as they're falling over the edge, just down into this cavern, which looks very familiar to you, Klik. You have this moment of like, okay, here I am again in this large, dank cavern that is much darker than you've ever seen it, and there just seems to be this faint mist all about it. It is in the same way that maybe like being in a music venue or museum or something after hours has an eerie feeling to it. Being inside of this place that is usually packed with people as a place of gathering is eerie for you to suddenly have no one inside of it. And what would you like to do in this moment? Kind of just like being thrown down inside of this space. You see, like, you are in this C-shaped, like actual, like the letter C alcove that is right on the edge of the entrance on the other side of the doors. You don't know that Moonboy is right on the other side of those doors, but you know that this space, and you can kind of like see the space. What would you like to do?
She's gonna land and sort of quickly and awkwardly put Flute down.
Yeah, you all vamp down and are in a hug form and have to like unravel from that.
Yeah, it's,
You didn't have to grab me like that. All we had to do was be touching.
God, it's just in case. She's gonna take a deep breath and try and steady herself after falling, and then teleporting midair. And she's gonna cast Blur on herself. So she's gonna take a deep breath and try and settle, and her body is gonna start buzzing a little bit, and she becomes more of it's very zen. But you can hear like a soft hum as her body flickers back and forth, and it becomes difficult to sort of know which Klik is Klik. Can she hear anything, or does it sound like anyone's in the vicinity?
Roll a perception check.
Natural 20. That's when I wanted it. Is right now to listen.
Well, this could be a clutch. This could be a clutch listen.
You hear.
So good.
Yeah. But you also, I will, between being in a familiar environment, casting Blur upon yourself, where there is a slight opaqueness to your current presence, and you rolling a natural 20, you can kind of step out here without being noticed. And you see this pillared room that you recognize with this platform in the middle. And you see 4... Hold on. Yeah, you see 4 Kreen throughout this room, sitting in different spots that you would recognize as council members themselves. Kind of like draped on different seats here and there. A couple of them on the platforms, a couple of them in and about, kind of like sitting in the regular folks' chairs. And that by itself is disconcerting to you, as it seems that they are waiting around. And you see 4 of them, and then you see one hulking figure as the 4 kind of are spread out. One of them is maybe within 60 feet of you is the closest one, and they are scattered about the room, not perturbed, not noticing your presence, but there is a raised platform, which you would know as the usual place of council members when they gather here in its normal function. And you see kind of like there's a hulking figure bending down, kind of like crunched forward between the two of them that are sitting on that platform.
Oh, big yikes.
Do I see this as well, or just Klik? Am I still in the vestibule?
No, I like stepped around the
corner.
But I
I mean, you can communicate to him easily.
I can
Just
communicate
step back.
telepathically too.
Yeah.
That it's just like, oh, there's 4. They seem to be waiting, and then there's something else. Some kind of enormous figure.
I can give you some cover and we can open the door in a second.
Yeah, she's gonna, I guess it blurs my action, so she'll step back sort of into cover, and I'll use my bonus action, and I'll put my hunter's mark on the big thing.
Sure.
As a bonus action, and I'll step back into where I'm more concealed.
Sure. Absolutely. And I think that when you cast this hunter's mark on it, it does not, this isn't a sign of it noticing you casting this, but it does rise up with some sort of intuition. It rises up with some sort of just understanding that it needs to be more activated, which is not mechanically, you did nothing wrong here in the mechanics of this, but I just want Klik to see this figure.
Yeah, sure.
And
would like to
if
be
you all
afraid.
want to open your Roll20 here, I'll give you a quick description of case if you can throw this up on screen here. You just see the image of a large, what looks like Kreen at first to you as it stands up, but it's so expansive and his body is so dissimilar to yours. You clearly know that it is an ancient version of Kreen, some sort of like long ago evolution of Kreen, but its chest is split open, almost like there is a doorway inside of its own chest. Its jaw is hanging down, and you can see this like bloody undead figure of a Kreen that you all can see in your Roll20 right now. That is standing up, and it is maybe twice the size of the largest Kreen you know is huge.
Oh god.
And is standing up there and just kind of like monstrously looking around, just with no intention, not looking at you, but focusing in this moment.
Rad.
Is that a Will
Podorf?
I was wondering, is it Will?
This is some Will Podorf art, and it's gonna pop up on stream in a second here. But you all, this is the thing that very often Jordan Dahl does most of the art for our show. Every once in a while, we run into moments where I want to make sure that he doesn't know what art he is about to see. This is one of those moments, and so we got Will Podorf of Stream of Blood and many other things to kind of
very sick, incredible,
jump up and
so
take the helm and create this creature.
Look at
There's
the
a
little
cool
teeth underneath.
Jordan art
I
for this
know.
room too, right? There's some cool Jordan art of a.
Oh yeah.
We got
there
art.
there are literally 2 pieces of Jordan art floating around inside of this temple, and you have not seen yet. But the first thing that you
Yikes.
see is Tohr-Kreen
Cool.
and this
this-
creature floating around.
Oh,
So
Sure.
terrifying.
That's
All
so
right.
scary.
Does she recognize this as like what the Arcane have been making with our fucking grandparents?
only if you drag Klik out. I mean, only if you drag Flute out into this, because he is the person who mind melded a little bit. You use the
Sure.
detect thoughts spell with Gluck to understand the creature, and you saw this creature. It was described to you, Klik, so you would have absolute, like, your intuition of this seems like it.
Yeah.
But if you want to, like, cartoonishly grab Flute to see it here.
No, I think we'll stay secret.
I am
just
dressed.
like-
I do look like a little cricket Kreen. Also, I have my.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, right.
That's right. You and all three
We're just-
amigos.
We're just alter cranes here.
Alter Kreen. That's your
little-
episode title.
Yeah, I think that's my action, my bonus action. That's all I got. Oh my god. Yeah, big yikes though.
Big yikes. Okay, cool.
Shit.
All right, well, we're going to end the session here. and
No,
we'll
we're not.
pick it
We're
up.
gonna keep playing. God damn it.
Well, I was the Moonboy was gonna push through the door.
Sure.
Can
Well,
we do that?
Do you want to do that right now?
No, not when you say that.
No, I truly, I just want to know kind of like what we want to end this.
No.
Oh, I thought the door was like
Kai is the-
barricaded shut. Is it not?
You will find out if Moonboy presses on the door. And that is what, if we want to leave that to next session, we can. But
We'll
if
wait
Moonboy
until
want to
next
press the door right now, you can.
Oh my
We'll wait until next session.
Okay.
Got some
I-
crazy piss magic.
I'm gonna
on
wait
it.
for Kai to.
They've got
Kai to
piss
join me.
too.
I know this is like such a moment for Klik to be like, hey, you bad guys, but
Yeah, but
she's
yeah.
pissing her pants right now, I
Yes,
think.
for the next one. That was a weird zombie
She's
thing.
thinking tactically.
She's trying to be smart about this, and also this is the scariest place she's ever been in her whole life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, truly a place where you're kicked out of the world. I
Yeah.
can't wait to do start next session with Piss Christ Kai just like floating over the
Jesus Christ,
Jesus
God.
Christ, Kai.
the
Amazing.
battlefield. Moonboy knocking at the door of the church as
Boy.
Kai and Flute are inside. This is thank you all for fulfilling all of my DM dreams here. So shout out to shout out to Will Podorf. I'm only holding the shout out because there are two incredible pieces of art that I'm so excited to reveal here from Jordan Cumming. But man, I've been
That-
sitting on this
no,
art
that was
for a
very
while.
Very cool. And hey, listen to my Destiny squad in the chat. Huge Destiny, huge Hive Knight vibes on that guy. I'm very excited.
Yeah. So excited! Shout out to Will Podorf. Such an amazing.
He's the
artist.
best.
Incredible.
Thanks for being a friend in the
Same.
chat. And we have a map, a full temple map that Klik has seen a little piece of from Joshua Smith next week. And we're getting into it. We're getting into real boss fight territory next week. So
Hell yeah.
Oh baby.
big
have fun. Good luck.
Amazing.
Let's
Insane.
Anybody else?
For announcements,
Yeah.
my game is on Kickstarter, but only for about 60 more hours or less. So if you want to check it out, here's the link. It's gonna happen in February. You'll get your own copy of it. It's gonna be great. So yeah, check it out. It's called Duster.
Sorry, that Jason Wardell note at the end there was too good. Yeah.
And
one
we're gonna
final-
be streaming it
ahead.
again on Wednesday. Sorry,
nice.
with Harlan Kelly right here. DM
Yeah.
Harlan Kelly.
We're doing a
Player.
we're doing a one shot, right? We're just like you and me.
True
Let's go.
one shot. Yep.
Dang.
A one-on-one shot.
What?
Dude.
Is it just me
Play
and
a
you?
solo game? No, it's not. But I would do that. I love solo
Oh,
games or
that's
me
one-player
too.
games.
Yeah. Let's take
I was
acid.
excited about
Grind
one-on-one
out some
shot.
levels.
Yeah.
Let's stare at each
that-
other for 16 hours.
Yeah.
Is that not what happened this session? Oh, sorry.
Oof.
Oh my
Oh
god.
boy,
That's
that was
crazy.
amazing.
Great D, y'all.
I announce that I love playing this game with you guys.
That was so
No.
stressful. Now I got to spend another week being stressed again.
I announce that I have a couple of podcasts, Fight Island, Werewolf Radar. Give them a listen. You can also follow me here on Twitch. I'm Razor Lou. I'm down in the chat. Click the thingy and just go follow me. I do fun stuff.
I have a podcast about Magic the Gathering. It's called The Commander Sphere. If you're into super niche, like a specific, if you play Commander, come follow me. And Dan Sheehan, who's done the show before, is a fellow comedian. We also have some episodes that where we play D&D that are called Super Chill. I don't remember. They're very fun. We play in Theros, which is a Greek world.
Very cool.
Yeah, and one more shout out to Jason Wardell and to K.A.I Drury for keeping this stream alive. They're the best.
Yeah.
And Secret DM Ted. Nice try. Nice try, bud.
It's not your birthday today, Ted.
I would like to
he's
once
mean.
again.
You should see what he's like without me as a filter to him. Yeah, so.
I would like to once again suggest that we try to raid another channel in the spirit
yeah.
of building community ties on Twitch. Dork Tales is live. They're another live D&D podcast.
Man, last time it did not let me do it, but this time the button is colorful and is clearly going to let me do it. So let's do it. Hang out if you want to watch a little more D&D tonight. You're just trying to like stay up late and have a good time. Let's go check out Dork Tales. But
Or even if you're not,
Case
just
you can
hang
run
out for
those.
the raid.
Yeah, just have a good time. Say hello.
Just looks good.
Yeah. Tell them we're all
That
great.
look good.
No, don't do that. Be super nice to them. They're running the wild beyond the lich light. Yeah, okay. We're gonna run the credits, and then we're gonna raid. So hang out. Y'all are the best.
Sweet.
Until next week.
Mwah.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humbly Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes. They'll never be zeros. Better than heroes.